When we're waiting in silence, whoa! What the hell was that? Oh! Jeez.
This creepy video was shared by Aventurasi Jose, a YouTuber known for hiking deep into the desert and uncovering the strange and unexplainable. He went hiking deep into the forest, expecting just a normal, peaceful adventure surrounded by nature. But what he stumbled upon was something so disturbing, it still haunts him to this day. Out of nowhere, in the middle of the trail, he saw something that simply did not belong there. At first glance, it almost looked human, a woman's figure. But then the horror set in. Its leg was made of iron, the body looked rotten, twisted, and horribly unnatural.
Eso se ve horrible. No, hombre. Uy, 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 uy. Mire. Pero ese hierro, pátate. Pátate. Hay disparos. Se escuchó un disparo. Se escuchó un disparo. Oye. Oiga por allá. Oh, para allá, pasa el tren allá. Mire. Mire, mi gente. Mire lo que se encuentra uno. Tiene patas de hierro. Mire, esos son, pero es ahí tiene las piernas. Mire, pero es como de hule. Mire, como que es una mujer, mire. Pero es una mujer de hule, de hule, como que es mujer. Pero es cosa de eso de mujeres que usan hombres a lo mejor. Mire, yo pensé que era persona la que es.
How could something like this exist in the forest? Was it a statue, a spirit, or some kind of grotesque creature left behind by something we don't yet understand? Here's the terrifying question. How did it get there, and what exactly was he looking at? Would you dare to keep walking deeper into the forest after seeing something like that? What you're about to witness might haunt you long after this ends. A YouTuber named Jelly Official, whose channel is well known for exploring the paranormal and capturing the unexplainable on camera, shared this scary encounter. He hiked deep into the woods, hoping for nothing more than a calm, peaceful night of camping under the stars. But that peace didn't last long. In the middle of the night, something terrifying broke the silence. Strange, untraceable sounds began echoing from the darkness, eerie noises with no clear source. He looked around, but there was nothing, no movement, no figure, just the sound circling him in the night.
Seperti ada suara anak ayam ya teman-teman. Ya kan? Kok ada suara anak ayam ya? Jangan-jangan kuntilanak teman-teman ini.
Alone in the forest with no one around to call for help, he kept hearing those unsettling sounds. What was it? A warning? Or something waiting for the perfect moment to strike? Would you pack up and run? Or stay frozen, not knowing what might step out of the dark? Could it be an unseen creature stalking him? Or something not human at all? Just when you think the nightmare is over, it only gets worse. Before we go any further, I'd like to ask you for a quick favour. If you're enjoying the video so far, please give it a like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time. We're getting closer to 20,000 subscribers, and once we hit that milestone, a few lucky subscribers will receive a special surprise. Now let's go back to the video. This terrifying video was posted by Jesus Arias, who is known for diving deep into the desert to uncover the mysterious things hidden out there. He was hiking deep through the desert, where nothing but sand and silence stretched for miles, when suddenly he stumbled upon something that should not have been there. In the middle of nowhere, hidden beneath the blazing sun, was what looked like an underground room, sunken into the earth. No roof, just an open pit at ground level. He claimed it might have been a shield or shelter for soldiers during a war, but that only raises more questions. Why would anyone return to a place marked by war and bloodshed?
Está en estos lugares. Pileta de agua. ¿Dónde están las tuberías? No hay. Eran cuartitos subterráneos estos, gente. Nosotros hacíamos esto antes cuando yo era soldado. Y puras maderas arriba. Entramos así y escuadra. Por si disparaban, no nos dieran. Y nosotros estábamos en esta área. Pongamos que la entrada estaba en la esquina. Así como ratas escondidos andábamos. Y viendo así para abajo, como ahí. Si pasa alguien, un convoy. Ahí, pum, 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 pum. Y así. Miren dónde está esto. No inventes. Y no se ve de abajo, no se mira. Fácil. Maderas. Y o si pensaba la gente que era casa regular, arriba. Su tarimita. O una tipo casita aquí. Una tipo casita. Y si disparaban.
Who built this strange structure in the middle of the desert? And more importantly, what was it really built for? Could it have been a war hideout or something far more mysterious? Something we weren't meant to find? Tell me, would you step down into a place like this, not knowing what secrets it hides? If your heart's racing now, brace yourself, it's about to get worse. This video was posted by Mama New, a channel well known for diving into the paranormal and capturing moments that defy explanation. Alone in the dead of night, he set out for what he thought would be just another peaceful camping trip in the forest. Everything seemed calm, almost too calm, until his camera captured something truly mind-blowing. At first it was subtle, just a tree branch swaying back and forth. But here's the chilling part. There was no wind, no breeze strong enough to make it move. So what was pushing it? An unseen presence lurking in the shadows? And then, the night turned darker. From out of nowhere, a ghostly figure appeared, dressed in flowing white, its head cloaked in black, and its piercing eyes glowing sharply through the darkness. just as quickly, it vanished into thin air, leaving nothing but fear behind. What was that? Why does this forest seem to breathe with unnatural forces? Would you dare spend the night where the unknown roams freely? The deeper the forest, the darker the terror. Let's see what the forest holds for us next. A YouTuber named Arnold Outdoors shared this video. His channel is known for fishing, camping, hunting, gardening, and, of course, some goofy shenanigans in the Pacific Northwest woods. But this time, things took a much darker turn. They climbed high into the mountains, curious about what secrets might be waiting out there in the wild. Then, out of nowhere, they stumbled upon something strange. A dark cave, hidden in the middle of nowhere, with steps leading deep inside. Drawn by curiosity, they decided to enter. But the deeper they went, the stranger it became. Massive rocks towered above them, almost like the cave was protecting something not meant to be found. The air grew colder, the silence heavier, and the darkness seemed endless. What could be hiding in a place like this?
And it goes back that way, I think, is the deep dark areas. Alright, fire that light up and let's get a view of it in here. Trip hazard, I gotta watch where I'm going and not watch the camera. Yeah, this is cool.
Yeah. That's so neat.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
This is cool.
This is totally natural because it looks almost like cartoon.
It does, like they burrowed through here. Alright, let's keep going. Can you see your breath? Oh, can't see your breath.
A little bit, I can see yours a little bit.
Well, there's supposedly a bunch of other people down here.
Yeah, there was a big tour, man.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. Whoa, shit. I almost tripped. These big clodhoppers on.
This big piece is like, oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Is it just an abandoned cavern? Or a hidden lair for something far more sinister? Just when you think the nightmare is over, it only gets worse. This terrifying video was posted by Zero on YouTube. His channel is well known for uncovering eerie paranormal encounters and sharing terrifying, unimaginable activities caught on camera. He set out for what was supposed to be a peaceful night hike, just him, the trail, and the silence of the forest. But that silence didn't last long. Out of nowhere, he felt a chill run down his spine. And then he saw it. Hidden among the trees was a figure, a ghostly creature with a creepy head staring right at him. Its shape was faint, almost transparent, like a creature that shouldn't exist. His heart raced. Fear gripped him. The question echoed in his mind. What is that?
Oh, horror banget, men. Astaghfirullahaladzim. Astaghfirullah. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Allah.
Was it really a ghost silently watching him from the darkness? Or something far more mysterious lurking in the woods? Would you have kept walking deeper into the forest, or turned back immediately? And what if those glowing eyes began to follow you? What comes next might be the most chilling part of all. This jaw-dropping footage was posted by the YouTuber Harbour Explore, and it's not for the faint of heart. While hiking along a remote cliffside right beside an infinity pool waterfall, they decided to take on one of the most dangerous trails imaginable. One wrong step, and it's over. A single slip could mean a fall straight into the roaring depths below.
I actually prefer climbing up anyway, so see how we go getting back out of here. But we're going to soak this place in for a while. This is mental. Send the drone out so you can get a perspective of it. It's just an infinity pool just perched between two massive waterfalls on the side of a cliff.
You can see the fear and adrenaline in every step, the water crashing beside them, the rough edge crumbling under their boots. It's breathtaking and terrifying.
Not just trying to hang off two or something, that's 3 points of contact. Make sure you're holding something at all times. Just get it up. Even across the legs and arms. Right, it's time for this sketchy climb out. Just going to take our time with this one and just climb up nice and easy. Make sure we're holding on to something at all times, because it is a bit sketchy. You don't want to slide down there. Oh, there's stuff to hold on to. Right, we're up. We're both kind of glad that sketchy climb's over, to be honest.
Would you risk your life for the thrill of the view? Would you walk that razor-thin path knowing one mistake means no coming back? They say not every place is meant to be explored, but what drives people to push past the edge of safety, curiosity, courage, or pure madness? Just when it feels safe, the real horror shows itself. This bone-chilling video was posted by YouTuber Harsh Survival, and it captures one of the most extreme camping challenges ever attempted. Alone, off-grid, in a raging blizzard, temperatures dropping to 30 °C, no backup, no nearby help, just endless snow and deadly silence. This isn't your typical camping trip. This is survival against nature itself. Every breath freezes instantly. Every sound is swallowed by the storm. One wrong move, and it's over. Yet, he stays, determined to prove he can survive the coldest, harshest conditions on Earth. But imagine this, if the storm suddenly worsened, if the winds turned violent, would he keep fighting or run for his life? Could you spend a night alone in a frozen wilderness, knowing rescue might never come? Some people chase comfort, others chase survival. The question is, which one are you? The deeper we go, the more terrifying it becomes. This eerie photo was shared by a Reddit user, and it's enough to send chills down your spine. A woman was hiking deep in the wilderness when she stopped to take a quick picture. But what showed up in that photo was something she never expected. In the distance stood a strange hairy figure, motionless, silent, just staring at her. She tried to speak, to wave, to get a reaction, but it didn't move, didn't respond, just kept glaring with empty eyes. She said it was one of the creepiest moments of her life, especially since she hadn't seen a single person for miles. So what do you think she saw that day? Was it a lost human, or something not quite human at all? And if you were in her place, would you walk closer, or run, and never look back? Every second pulls us deeper into something truly sinister. This eerie footage was posted by NVTV on YouTube, and it might be one of the creepiest things ever caught in the woods. A man was hiking deep in the forest at night, his dogs leading the way through the shadows. When suddenly the silence broke. A scream, sharp, distant, and full of pain, echoed through the trees.
Here, girls. What is it? Go. Sounds like it's getting closer. What is that, girls?
It didn't sound human, not even close. The dogs froze. The man called out, but no one answered. He searched the darkness, but there was nothing there. No movement, no figure, just that bone-chilling scream fading into the night. So what was it? A wild animal in distress? Something paranormal? Or something far more sinister, watching from the darkness? If you were deep in those woods and heard a scream like that, would you investigate or would you run and never look back? One wrong glance, and you'll see what shouldn't be seen. This unsettling video was posted by a Reddit user, a casual hike that turned into something straight out of a nightmare. While exploring deep in the woods, he stumbled across something bizarre. At first glance it looked like a bird, but not one you've ever seen before. Feathers covered its body, yet its head looked disturbingly wrong, almost inhuman-like. The creature just stood there, motionless, watching. He called it a pretty Super Bowl encounter, but there was nothing pretty about it. It felt unnatural, like something that didn't belong in this world. What do you think it was? Some kind of mutation? A new species? Or something far darker? Something not meant to be found? Now imagine you're alone on that trail and you see that same creature staring back at you. Do you get closer to investigate, or do you run and never look back? Some mysteries are better left undiscovered. Just when it feels safe, the real horror shows itself. This mysterious footage was shared by Real Treasure Hunter, and what he uncovered deep in the forest is both fascinating and unsettling. While exploring the woods with his metal detector, he suddenly got a strange signal coming from beneath the ground. Curious, he began to dig, not knowing what he was about to find. Moments later, his shovel hit something solid, a buried briefcase. Inside, a chilling mix of items, old phones, a wristwatch, a cracked mirror, clothes, all aged, all strange. It looked like someone had buried a piece of their life, or a secret that was never meant to be found. But the real question is why? Who buried this out here, in the middle of nowhere? And what story hides behind those forgotten things? Was it evidence, a message, or something far darker, buried for a reason? If you found a briefcase like this, would you open it or cover it back up and walk away? What you're about to witness might haunt you long after this ends. This chilling clip was posted by a Reddit user, a hiker out for what was supposed to be a peaceful day in nature, until peace turned into panic. While walking through the quiet trail, he suddenly spotted a massive bear standing just a few feet away, still, calm, and watching. For a moment, time froze. No growl, no sudden movement, just silence, and a stare that could make your heart stop. Imagine it, you're out there alone, miles from anyone, your footsteps crunching on the dirt, and then you lock eyes with a creature that could end everything in seconds. Do you move? Do you stay? Perfectly still? Do you run? He was lucky, the bear didn't attack. But what if it had? What if that calm stare turned into a charge? Sometimes, nature reminds you, you're not always the top of the food chain. What comes next might be the most chilling part of all. This mysterious video was posted by Rugged Road Explorers on their YouTube channel. While hiking through the rugged mountain cliffs, he stumbled upon something truly extraordinary. Hidden beneath layers of rock and thyme, tucked into the side of the mountain was a cluster of ancient stone rooms built from clay and rock, a forgotten structure, an ancient home, carved directly into the mountain itself.
Entryway right in front of us, or it was a vent hole down at the bottom there. A lot of these have vents. Like you can. It's kind of a round shape. And then we've got this right here, which is probably to store grain and stuff in.
But here's the strange part. There was no nearby water, no village, no sign of life, just endless wilderness. So who built this place? And how did they survive, cut off from the world? Was it once a refuge, a spiritual site, or something far more mysterious that no one was meant to find?
Okay, so this is a granary behind me, and I'm going to show you something really neat. Right here are 1,000-year-old corn cobs, which is very cool, but that still existed. Let's go up there and look in the little door there. So just taking a step back, we've got the wood up here. We've got ventilation holes, and I'm not gonna get in there, but I'm gonna stick the camera in there. Oh, nice. It actually shows up.
Imagine living here. No family, no friends, no connection to civilization, just silence and stone walls. Could you survive in a place like this, even if you were offered millions? Or would you feel the mountain watching, waiting for you to leave? If you're brave enough to keep watching, the worst is yet to come. This video was posted by a TikToker. While hiking through the forest at night with his puppy, he suddenly felt something wasn't right. The air grew still, too quiet. Then he saw it, two glowing eyes staring from the darkness, unmoving, locked on him. At first, he thought it was just an animal, but those eyes, they didn't blink, they didn't move, they just watched, like something studying him from the shadows.
Something's watching my dog. What the fuck? That is big. I just looked above the tree.
His puppy started growling, fur standing on end, confirming what he already feared. They weren't alone out there. What do you think it was? A wild animal? Something lurking beyond what we understand? And if you were in his place, alone in the dark, two shining eyes fixed on you, what would you do? Freeze? Run? Or stare back and find out what's really hiding in the woods? Sometimes the forest watches back. Think you've seen it all? This next moment will change your mind. This chilling video was shared by a TikToker who found himself deep in the forest, completely alone. Or so he thought. Suddenly the silence was shattered. A loud, unnatural sound echoed through the trees. Not human, not animal, just something unknown. It was so eerie, so powerful that anyone would freeze in fear. He stood there, trying to figure out what was making that noise. But the deeper he listened, the more terrifying it became, as if the forest itself was alive. What would you do if you were there? Run and risk drawing attention, or stay still and hope it passes? Would you dare to find out what's hiding behind those sounds, or turn back before it's too late? Some say the woods whisper, others say they scream. This video was shared by Catching Cadence on YouTube. A group of friends decided to go camping deep in the forest, expecting nothing but fun, laughter and adventure. But what they encountered that night was something far from ordinary.
Oh, creek.
No. Bill. What's the matter with you?
Tubing.
What's the matter with you? Huh?
Yeah, maybe once it gets 10 degrees warmer.
Do some tubing. Like 50 out.
Down here around this dog pound, we kick it like a bunch of rednecks. Yeah!
Right,
Drink your Busch Light, smoke your cigarettes.
Hey, Sam.
Hey, Sam, you got any herb, man?
As they sat by the campfire, they noticed a dark, human-like figure silently moving between the trees. At first, they thought it might be another camper, but when they shouted, the figure suddenly darted away into the darkness. Panic set in. Their laughter quickly turned into screams as they grabbed their gear and ran for their lives.
Yo, fellas. Yo, what? Yo, look. Holy shit. Look over there, dude. Yo, look over there. Dude, what? Yo, what's it? Yo! You see that? Is that it?
Hello?
Yo, you see that, dude? Look. Yo, get the fuck out of here, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Yo, go. Get the fuck out. Come on. What the? Yo. Go. Come back here, bro.
But what was that thing moving in the woods? A person? An animal? Or something much more sinister lurking just beyond the trees? If you were in their position, would you stay to find out what it was, or would you run into the night without looking back? Every second pulls us deeper into something truly sinister. This video was posted by a TikTok user who decided to go hiking deep in the woods, expecting a fun and peaceful day surrounded by nature. But what she encountered turned into a terrifying experience she'll never forget. As she walked deeper into the forest, she suddenly began to hear low, strange, growling sounds echoing around her. There was no one else there, just her, the trees, and that eerie growl coming from somewhere close, but not close enough to see. Her heart raced as the sounds grew louder, almost circling her from different directions. Was it an animal watching her, or something else entirely? Imagine you're alone in the woods, and you start hearing those same unexplainable sounds. Would you run for your life, or stay and try to find out what's hiding in the shadows? From whispers to screams, this is the moment you'll never forget. This chilling video was shared by Squatch TV on YouTube, and it's one that'll send shivers down your spine. Two guys were hiking deep in the forest at night when suddenly, they started hearing strange voices echoing through the trees. At first it sounded distant, but then the screaming got louder, closer, as if someone or something was out there watching them.
You take that one path up here.
Yeah.
Is that right there?
Yeah. Picture the babies. Oh, baby.
Okay, I don't even want to go. I don't even want to... What the hell was that? Dude, fuck this. Should we?
You got,
do it for the video?
You got your knife?
Yeah, but what the fuck is that? That's the deer tracks. Oh, did you ever hear like a rabbit get killed? They
Yeah.
sound pretty...
That was too loud though.
Far to turn back?
Yeah.
We can turn back really?
The two hikers froze for a moment, unsure if it was a person in distress or something far more sinister.
People think I'm night hunting. Holy shit. Alright, let's just Let's keep fucking moving.
Yeah.
But when the screams grew almost right behind them, they did the only thing anyone would. They ran for their lives. What do you think was making those terrifying sounds? Could it have been a lost hiker, or something haunting that forest?
Oh, go! It's coming! Oh crap! Wait! Don't wait! Go! Wait! Holy! I think I saw it! Go! Go!
And be honest, if you were out there in the dark and heard those screams closing in, would you investigate or run without looking back? The line between reality and nightmare blurs right here. This terrifying video was shared by a Reddit user who found himself witnessing something straight out of a nightmare. While sitting inside his car deep in the woods, he suddenly spotted a massive moose sprinting across the road with a furious bear chasing right behind it. The bear looked wild, hungry and desperate for a kill. You could feel the tension through the screen. Imagine being there, trapped in your car, watching nature's raw power unfold right before your eyes. What if he hadn't been inside that car? What if the bear had noticed him instead? Do you think a bear could really take down a full-grown moose in that kind of chase? And here's the question. Would you stay to see what happens next? Or would you hit the gas and get as far away as possible? What you're about to witness might haunt you long after this ends. This video was posted by Palamud on YouTube, and what was captured during a quiet forest hike has left many viewers unsettled. While exploring deep in the woods, the man suddenly spotted a dark, shadowy figure moving between the trees. It had the shape of a human, yet its movements were strange. Not quite human, not quite animal. It didn't walk normally, almost as if it were gliding or lurking with intent.
Oh, there he goes. Jesus. Get up here where I can see him real quick. Get up here. Get a better picture.
What kind of creature wanders the forest in broad daylight moving like that? Some say it could be Bigfoot, others believe it's something far more mysterious. But what do you think? Was it a person? Or did this hiker accidentally stumble upon something we're not meant to see? This jaw-dropping video was shared by a Reddit user, and it's not for the faint of heart. A man decided to hike and climb along a dangerously steep rock face, where one wrong move could mean a deadly fall. He's balancing on a razor-thin edge, hundreds of feet above the ground, with nothing but air beneath him. Even the slightest breeze or slip could send him straight off the cliff.
Basically, when I'm soloing, normally I have almost like a mental armor. You could say I'm in the zone. I have something that's, let's say, protecting my head from thinking too much. And for whatever reason on Half Dome, I ran out of whatever armor I had.
You can almost feel the tension as he carefully takes each step.
Found myself like 1,800 feet off the ground. I was like, what am I doing up here? Why am I doing that? You know, just all the questions all of a sudden entered my mind.
Would you ever have the courage to climb a place like this? What makes someone risk it all just for the thrill of the view? If you were standing there, heart pounding, looking down at that drop, would you keep going or turn back to safety? Fear lingers in the silence, waiting for its moment. This video was shared by a YouTube channel, Elephant Room Creative. After a long and exhausting hike to the top of Panorama Ridge near Black Tusk Mountain, they thought the view would be the only breathtaking thing they'd witnessed that day. But they were wrong. From the top, they spotted something moving far below on the mountain slopes, something large, dark, and walking upright. At first, they thought it was just a hiker, but its movement was strange, too heavy, too intentional, and it seemed completely alone in the wilderness.
It just looks like such a big thing for such a, like...
He's fucking hauling it down that mountain.
Down that for sure. No, but he's like just going through... He's not on a trail, guys. This is not...
Why is this so
What are
far
we
away?
looking at? Seriously. Are we all seeing the same thing, right?
Yeah! Yo!
It stopped.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a person, guys. Look at...
I'm fucking zoomed in as much as I can on this thing.
What the fuck?
Well, what's over there?
Dude, but the way it's walking.
The way it's
like
walking
this.
like up. It's up. No way you could cover that ground.
Yeah,
if you
you're
were
just
a
going down the
person.
side of a glacier? No way, man.
Could it really be a Sasquatch, a Yeti, or something else entirely? It left them questioning everything they had just seen. So what do you think? Did they capture proof of the legendary Bigfoot, or was it something else hiding in plain sight? And if you saw something like that moving across a mountain ridge, would you stay and film, or get out of there fast? The deeper we go, the more terrifying it becomes. This video was posted by a TikTok user who decided to hike, alone in the mountains, hoping for a peaceful adventure and breathtaking views, but what she experienced turned into a terrifying nightmare. As she made her way up the lonely trail, she began to hear strange voices echoing through the mountains. Faint at first, then clearer, the sound of children crying and screaming in the distance.
Guys, there's literally like a child like screaming or crying, and I'm being serious.
You're not kidding.
Can you guys hear it? There's literally somebody, like, there's literally kids crying or screaming, guys. Like, it's not even like...
There was no one else around. No houses, no hikers. Just her and those chilling voices cutting through the silence. Panicking, she grabbed her gear and ran, fearing whatever was out there might be getting closer. But what could that have been? Who, or what, was crying out in such an isolated place? Would you have stayed to investigate? Or run without looking back into the darkness of the mountain? The fear doesn't stop here. It only grows. This video was posted by Unnatural, a YouTube channel known for venturing into some of the most haunted and mysterious places on Earth, where others would never dare to go. While hiking deep into what locals call the witchcraft forest, everything was calm until it wasn't. In the dead of night, they spotted something moving in the distance, a dark, shadowy creature with horns. It didn't look like any normal animal, too tall, too still, almost like it was watching them. The group froze, their flashlights trembling in their hands.
Ei, tem alguma coisa ali, cara. Tem alguma coisa lá.
Meu Deus, velho!
Cara do céu!
É isso, velho!
Olha aquilo, cara! Oh, meu Deus do céu, velho! Ei, o que é aquilo ali, cara? O que é aquilo ali? Que bicho é aquele ali? Que bicho é aquele ali? Oh, que bicho é aquele ali? Cara do céu, velho! Eu não sei, cara, é um bicho preto, cara! Não sei o que é, velho! Tem chifre, pô!
Chifre?
Tu não viu? Tem chifre, tu viu, né?
Eu não, nem percebi.
Tudo preto,
Cara,
velho.
eu vi
Tudo preto, tinha chifre. Cara do céu, velho. Tu viu? Não, ele fugiu quando ele viu a lanterna, pô. Ele olhou pra nós e fugiu.
Cara, mas eu...
Ele foi pra lá, velho.
Ele saiu?
Ele viu a luz e saiu.
Será
Cara,
que...
eu nunca...
What kind of creature lurks in a forest like this, alone, at night? As fear set in, they did the only thing they could, run. But here's the question. What was that horned figure? Could it be an animal, or something far more sinister that shouldn't be disturbed? If you were the one standing there staring into those dark woods, would you stay to find out what it is, or would you run for your life? What comes next might be the most chilling part of all. This picture was shared by a Reddit user who went hiking deep into the forest, but what he stumbled upon was something truly unsettling. Standing before him was a strange-looking tree, split open like a giant skull with a gaping mouth. The inside was pitch black, almost as if it was hiding something. Why does this tree look so different from the others around it? Could it be just nature's accident? Or is there something more mysterious behind it? Imagine hiking alone and coming across a tree that looks like it's staring right at you. Dark, hollow, and almost alive. Would you get closer to look inside? Or turn around and get out of there before whatever's inside decides to come out? Chilling video was shared by a Reddit user, and it's every hiker's worst nightmare. While hiking along a quiet mountain trail, he suddenly came face to face with two massive black bears. His heart must have stopped. Desperately, he shouted and tried to scare them off, but the bears didn't flinch. They kept coming, slowly, fearlessly. Panicking, he whistled, yelled, and backed away, but they still followed step by step. Finally, he had no choice but to run for his life.
There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. They won't leave. They won't leave.
He was unbelievably lucky. Those bears weren't in hunting mode, or this story could have ended in tragedy. But imagine you were there, deep in the woods, no one around, just you and two bears staring right at you. Would you try to stand your ground, or would you run and pray they don't chase you? What you're about to witness might haunt you long after this ends. This eerie video was posted by the YouTuber Harbour Explore, and what he and his friend discovered deep in the forest is nothing short of disturbing. While hiking through the woods, they stumbled upon an old abandoned campsite, a torn tent, scattered belongings, and eerie silence all around. Everything looked untouched, frozen in time. It felt like whoever was here had left in a hurry or never got the chance to leave at all. Rumour has it that someone was found dead in these woods years ago. Could this have been their camp? Did these hikers just walk into the scene of something sinister?
Alright, here we are. It's a bit weird, eh? It's like a kid's bag there. It's a hiking pack. Part of a chair. I can't believe it's still standing. Yeah, so who knows how long this thing's been here. I mean, the body of the fella was found, I think, 2009. So if it is his, I'm not good at maths, what's that, 15 years or so ago? Surely it can't still be standing. We're gonna have a look around and see what we can find. What is it?
Data manufacturer, 2000, 28th of the 3rd, 2007.
Yeah,
Could be that old, eh?
Oh, that's a pair of track pants.
What's wrong with them? Let's keep that to them. I can't see.
Lift the bag up. Wouldn't surprise me if there's a bloody small line under there.
There's all orange paint inside it. Bright orange paint.
Every clue raised more questions. What really happened here? A forgotten tragedy? Or something darker still lurking nearby? If you stumbled across an abandoned tent deep in the forest, would you call the cops or leave before whatever happened last time happens again? From whispers to screams, this is the moment you'll never forget. This chilling video was shared by a Reddit user who went on a 5-day solo hike through freezing rain and cold. But on one of those days, something terrifying crossed his path. While trekking through a narrow forest trail, he suddenly stopped, standing just a few feet away from a massive moose. It stared straight at him, silent, unmoving. The air went cold. He couldn't go forward, and turning back might trigger it. Moose aren't just big, they're dangerously unpredictable. One wrong move could be his last. Imagine you're in his boots, alone, miles from civilization, with this giant blocking your path. What would you do? Try to stand your ground, or turn back before it decides you're the threat? Just when it feels safe, the real horror shows itself. This eerie footage was posted by YouTuber Westin Yancey, and what he captured deep in the forest has left viewers terrified. While hiking alone, Westin filmed his peaceful walk through the woods, completely unaware that something, or someone, was moving behind the trees just a few meters away. A tall, dark, pale figure, almost human but not quite, can be seen walking silently in the background.
Hey, what's up everybody? This is Westin Yancey with Modern Outdoor Media. We just wrapped up a shoot out here with Just Instinct Creative, shooting the rad power bikes, riding some trails. I wanted to talk to you guys about a giveaway we're getting ready to launch with our B Alpha shirts. So these B Alpha shirts that you've seen on our social media, we're going to do a contest where those who buy one, if you go tag us in your rifle kills this year, we're going to give the best photo bison cooler. So you're going to be able to pack your hunting stuff. You're going to be able to pack your drinks, all that kind of stuff when you're out hunting. You know, so make sure you check out the B Alpha shirts on our website, modernoutdoormedia.com.
When he posted the video, his viewers were the first to notice it. Some say it was Sasquatch, others swear it looked more like Bigfoot. But here's the strange part. Westin claims he heard nothing. No footsteps, no movement, just silence. So, what was stalking him that day? A trick of the light? A creature hiding in plain sight? Or something far more sinister? If you were hiking and saw that figure, would you run or dare to keep filming? Just when it feels safe, the real horror shows itself. This unbelievable video was posted by Outdoor Boys, and it shows what true survival looks like in the heart of a raging blizzard. Snow is falling endlessly, wind howling through the night. Temperatures are so cold, even breathing feels dangerous. Instead of heading home, he decides to do something incredible. He builds a 12-foot, 4-meter snow shelter and spends the entire night inside it, surrounded by nothing but ice and silence. It's not a tent, it's a fortress of snow. But one question remains.
Oh, it's getting cold. Well guys, now that I'm done digging, let me give you a tour of the shelter here. Look at that. It's a lot of digging. We got vaulted ceilings there. Well, to give you an idea how deep the snow is, this pole is 9 feet tall. That's 3 meters, and it doesn't quite reach the roof. So we're about 11 and a half, 12 feet deep, or about 4 meters. The crazy thing is, I didn't even dig to the bottom. Now the tunnel I'm sleeping in tonight goes about 6.5 feet into the side of the hill. And then this part is about 7.5 feet long. Well, originally I was just gonna dig the tunnel this way, but I ended up hitting something solid and couldn't go any deeper. So I ended up having to hang a right. So my rough estimate is I ended up digging out about 400 cubic feet of snow. So yeah, moved a lot of snow today. Makes a big difference if you make your shelter big enough so that you don't have to crawl on your hands and knees. All right. Oh, that hot water bottle feels so good. With these snow caves, you always got to make them wide enough and tall enough that you can roll around a little bit and never touch the snow. If even a small part of you rubs up against the snow in the night, it's going to be so cold. Don't want any part of that. Well, it gets dark really early up here in Alaska, so I got a little bit of time before I need to go to sleep. I think I'm going to listen to an audiobook. All right, guys, it's late. I'm going to turn off the camera, and I'm going to see you guys in the morning, and I'm going to sleep in.
How long can someone really last inside something that could collapse at any moment? Would you dare to sleep inside a snow cave during a blizzard, knowing nature could turn against you in seconds? What drives someone to test their limits like this? Survival instinct, adventure, or pure madness? Because out there, in the frozen wild, comfort isn't an option, only courage is. The deeper we go, the more terrifying it becomes. This terrifying encounter was captured and posted by a Reddit user, 2 hikers out on a mountain trail, when they suddenly came face to face with not 1, but 2 mountain lions. At first, they thought it was a rare, beautiful sight, until reality hit. These were predators, even if still young. One wrong move, and things could have gone horribly wrong. You can hear the fear in their voices as one hiker shouts, trying to scare the lions away. But what if they were older, stronger, more aggressive? Would shouting still work then, or would it only make things worse? Imagine being there, deep in the wild, no help in sight, your heart pounding as 2 pairs of glowing eyes watch your every move. What would you do? Stand your ground? Run? Or freeze in fear, hoping they lose interest? Some encounters remind you, nature doesn't play fair. Think you've seen it all? This next moment will change your mind. This chilling video was posted by a TikToker. What started as a peaceful winter hike turned into a moment of pure terror. He was walking through the snowy woods, the air silent and cold, when suddenly a deep guttural growl echoed from the trees.
Got something coming down, man. I got something screaming down there. I don't know what this is, man. Something fucking screaming down there, man. Hello? Where are you? Show yourself right now! Something big moving in there, man. Something real big, guys.
It wasn't human. It wasn't an animal he could recognize. Just that low, haunting sound getting louder and closer. He froze, flashlight shaking in his hand, calling out into the darkness, but no one answered. Only that growl replied, rumbling through the woods like something hunting unseen. Imagine being there, completely alone, snow crunching under your boots and something lurking just beyond your light. What would you do? Run before it finds you, or stay to see what's really out there? Some sounds in the forest aren't meant to be followed. Sometimes silence is your only warning. Every second pulls us deeper into something truly sinister. This chilling clip was posted on NVTV on YouTube, and it's one of the creepiest encounters ever caught in the woods. A lone hiker was deep in the forest when he suddenly heard it, an eerie, blood-curdling scream echoing through the trees. It didn't sound human, and it didn't sound like any animal you'd ever recognize. The sound was raw, haunting, almost otherworldly. Panicked, he ran for his life before things got even stranger. But here's the question. So what was that sound? A wild animal no one's ever recorded? Something supernatural? Or a creature that shouldn't even exist? Something paranormal? Or maybe something that's been hiding out there all along? What would you do if you heard that scream in the middle of nowhere? Run, or stay and find out? If you're brave enough to keep watching, the worst is yet to come. This mysterious footage was shared by Jesse's drone adventures on YouTube, and what he discovered has left everyone asking the same chilling question. What was this place? While flying his drone through a remote mountain range, Jesse spotted a strange, hidden structure tucked beneath an abandoned railroad. Curiosity took over, so he hiked there to investigate. What he found was beyond explanation. A structure that looked part home, part shelter, maybe even part shrine, buried under the mountain. Inside, strange, ancient-looking objects were scattered everywhere, as if someone had once lived or performed something there.
Check it out, everybody. We are finally here. I have no idea what this place was, and I couldn't find any information on it on Google, YouTube, TikTok, you name it. My guess is there was probably a bunch of water here, or some sort of reservoir, and my guess would be this is where the workers lived to monitor the water. That's just my guess. If you have anything better, let me know. Let's see if we can make our way up here. We made it. There is nothing but junk, 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 and more junk in here. I don't know that I want to go walking around too much in here because there could be a bunch of rattlers underneath all this stuff. You can see a table, a bed over here. This would make for a pretty cool view though when it's raining. All the water coming rushing in over here. There's just tons and tons of stuff here. It almost looks like it could have also been somebody's house, but why would you build a house right here? Kitchen sink over there maybe? Or a workbench? Oh, look at this. That is a very, very old phone. Probably 80s or 70s. If I was out here with a few more people, I would probably dig through some of this stuff. But there's always the chance of running into a snake, scorpion, or something that bites. And I'm not too fond of getting bit in remote places such as this. Pretty astonishing if you ask me. Maybe I'll have to go back into town and ask some locals and see if they can shed some light on this place.
But why would anyone build something like this in complete isolation? Who lived there? And what were they doing before it was abandoned? Could it have been a secret hideout, a ritual site, or something far darker that was never meant to be found? If you discovered a hidden structure like this, would you go inside or turn back? One wrong glance, and you'll see what shouldn't be seen. This mysterious video was posted by hadusecho.peak.natala.park on TikTok. While hiking deep in the woods, he stumbled upon something that stopped him in his tracks. A wooden staircase standing tall in the middle of nowhere. No buildings, no trails, just this eerie structure, perfectly built yet completely out of place.
I'm 200 miles from the nearest town. What's this thing doing here?
Who would construct something like this, and why? There were no signs of life around, no reason for it to exist. Curiosity took over fear, and with a brave heart he decided to climb it. Imagine he saw something while climbing the staircase. What next? Would you dare climb a mysterious staircase in the middle of the forest, not knowing where it leads or what might be waiting at the top? Some say these steps are portals, others say they're traps. But one thing's for sure, things built in the woods, without reason, are rarely innocent. While exploring the misty trails of the Hoh rainforest, a traveller received a gift that sent shivers down their spine. A local construction worker claimed he had dug up a voodoo doll buried beneath an ancient tree, a crude figure stitched from fur, topped with real hair, and disturbingly eyes that looked unnervingly fresh. Curious and a bit reckless, the traveller accepted it, even thinking it'd make a cool souvenir. But let's be honest, bringing something like that into your home, that's how horror stories begin. While walking his dog through the quiet woods of Devon, a man stumbled upon something deeply unsettling near a small hill, the very spot where his dog always seemed uneasy. Hanging from a low branch was a doll, eerily positioned right beside a pair of women's knickers. It didn't look random. The doll had been carefully fixed in place, as if arranged with purpose. Whether it was part of some strange ritual, a twisted prank, or simply an odd coincidence, the scene radiated an unmistakable sense of unease, the kind that lingers long after you've walked away. While out on a hike, a man noticed a deer peacefully grazing in the woods. Excited, he grabbed his camera and started filming from his car. But when he got home and replayed the footage, he caught something he hadn't noticed before, something both hilarious and deeply unsettling.
But I think I see something looking at me through that window. I might be a little delusional, but I think I see something looking at me through that window.
As another car sped past in the background, a passenger inside was staring directly at him. With a wide, eerie grin. It was probably just someone messing around, but that creepy smile, it's enough to make anyone's skin crawl. The hiker captured something truly bizarre one day. Rising straight from the ground was what looked like a tunnel made of clouds, stretching all the way into the sky. At first, it seemed like a tornado forming, but the air was still. The weather perfectly calm, no storms, no wind, just this eerie, cloud-like column reaching upward. The exact location of the footage remains a mystery, leaving viewers to wonder, what on earth was this rare phenomenon? Any guesses? An Uber driver found himself deep in a deserted Mexican village just as a storm rolled in, lightning flashing across the empty streets. The eerie silence made every sound echo. While waiting for his passenger, something caught his eye. A figure standing motionless in the distance. He watched for nearly 5 minutes. It never moved, never even twitched.
Hell nah, bro. Look at this shit. In Mexico, bro. I'm telling you, Mexico's like another dimension, dude. Look at that motherfucker right there. What is that? He looks big as fuck. Fucking, where's the cartel, bro, when you need it? Bro, hell nah, dude. That shit's a motherfucking, an alien fucking scoping this shit out. Look at him, he's infiltrating.
It wasn't a statue. At least, it didn't feel like one. In that lonely, storm-soaked village, it just stood there, watching. No one ever found out what it was. When the hiker finally reached the lookout point, he paused to soak in the breathtaking view, but then something strange caught his eye. At first, he couldn't make sense of it. Curious and uneasy, he pulled out his camera and zoomed in. What he captured didn't bring clarity, only more confusion. And now, he's hoping the internet can help him uncover the truth. If you've got arachnophobia, brace yourself. This one's pure nightmare fuel. Picture this. Someone steps onto their porch and spots a massive spider crawling around, her back swarming with dozens of tiny baby spiders. Creepy? Definitely. But it turns out this 8-legged horror show is actually a wolf spider, a mother fiercely protecting her young. In this species, mums carry their babies until they're ready to face the world on their own. So yes, It looks straight out of a horror movie, but don't panic. Wolf spiders are harmless to humans, and even play the hero role by keeping pests under control around your home and garden. Just past midnight, a young couple sped down the dark, twisting stretch of Highway 17 after a concert, laughing, music still echoing in their heads. Then, out of nowhere, it happened. A shadowy figure appeared in the middle of the road. The driver jerked the wheel, heart pounding, convinced he'd almost hit someone.
You're 35, you're fucking high. Whoever put that. You okay? Someone was in the middle of the fucking road.
Yeah, I'm not even on the gas right now. So...
But when he glanced in the mirror, there was no one there. Later, they replayed the dashcam footage, and that's when the chill set in. The road was empty the whole time, until, just seconds before impact, the figure appeared out of thin air.
Yeah.
You're 35, you're fucking high. Whoever put that. You okay? Someone was in the middle of the fucking road. Oh shit.
To this day, no one knows what or who they saw that night on Highway 17. This eerie photo posted on Reddit sent chills down everyone's spine. At first glance, it looked like a haunting red face peering out from the darkness, but the truth turned out to be far less sinister. The mysterious figure was actually a red cardinal that kept visiting the Redditor's backyard night after night. Creepy at first, but perfectly harmless. While hiking deep in the woods, they stumbled upon something eerie. A lifeless bird on the forest floor and a strip of red cloth fluttering high in the branches. Uneasy, they turned back and later shared the footage online. The internet buzzed with theories, but many explained it wasn't something dark at all. In certain native traditions, red cloths, feathers, and even tobacco ties are sacred offerings, prayers to the Creator. They honour grief, hope, and memory. What looks unsettling to some is, in truth, a quiet act of devotion and love echoing through the forest. A Reddit user recently shared a chilling photo after their son stumbled upon a mysterious object in his grandmother's backyard in San Antonio. Etched faintly across it were the haunting words, "I'm kidnapped." The discovery sent shockwaves through the neighbourhood and online communities alike. Was it a dark prank, or a desperate plea for help? Authorities were immediately alerted, and the item was carefully collected as potential evidence. But eerily, no updates ever followed, leaving everyone wondering what really happened. A woman set out for an unforgettable ziplining adventure through the forest, but it quickly turned into a nightmare. Midway across, her hair got tangled in the pulley, trapping her high above the ground with no one around to help. She somehow managed to stop herself, but by then, the damage was already done. It's chilling to imagine what could have happened if she hadn't. The full story of how it all ended remains a mystery. A family set out for what was supposed to be a peaceful mangrove walk, but it quickly turned into a nightmare. The deeper they ventured, the higher the water rose, soon reaching their waists. Every ripple felt like a warning.
Yes, I went through it. Me and my sister and my mum. And, I just thought, let's do this. Because, I've never done this before, and I lived here for 10 years and never known this place existed.
Crocodiles lurked somewhere beneath the surface.
I was just thinking of that movie Rogue, where that thing comes out of the water and just starts, mauling people. Well, anyways, that's exactly how I felt, okay? Realizing this is croc country, and, we need to just turn around and go back. I don't know why I kept walking, guys! I don't know why we kept walking!
Trapped in the middle of the swamp, turning back wasn't an option. Their only hope was to keep moving forward through the danger. While wandering through the quiet woods near his home, a hiker made a chilling discovery. A suitcase stuffed with deer bones and a handful of bizarre, unexplained objects. Curious and unsettled, he shared the photos on Reddit, sparking a storm of speculation. Was it the work of a hunter? A a strange ritual, or something darker? And somehow, in the swirl of theories, the name Marilyn Monroe even surfaced. The mystery of the suitcase in the woods was as haunting as it was unsolved, leaving everyone with more questions than answers. Hiking deep in the mountains, the man froze. His ears caught something impossible. The faint, cheerful jingle of an ice cream truck drifted through this cold, empty air.
Do you hear it? It's the fucking ice cream man.
Out here, miles from civilization, the sound made no sense. The melody echoed off the cliffs, turning something once joyful into something deeply unsettling. If that really was an ice cream truck, what on earth was it doing out here? Halloween night in 2012, a family decided to explore the abandoned Fort Sanatorium in Saskatchewan. This crumbling relic once served as a tuberculosis hospital for Native Americans back in the 1920s. As they wandered through the eerie, wind-whispering ruins, the aunt began snapping photos with her small digital camera, trying to capture the ghostly beauty of the place. But when she scrolled through her pictures moments later, her blood ran cold. In one photo, just beyond the edge of the flashlight's glow, a figure stood partly hidden behind a tree watching. Panicked, she screamed for her family, clutching the camera in shaking hands. They didn't wait to see what it was. Within seconds, they were racing back to their car, leaving the sanatorium and whatever still lingered there behind in the dark. While hiking through the woods late at night, our group stumbled upon something downright chilling. A snake slithering up a tree, its body coiled and tightened with each smooth, deliberate move, gliding upward like it owned the place. I've never seen a snake climb a tree before, so watching it in action was equal parts creepy and mesmerizing. Have you ever witnessed something that wild in nature? Instagram creator Rosson Cisco, known for his sleek night drives in his Audi A3S, recently posted a video that sent chills down his followers' spines. At first, it looked like one of his regular late-night cruises, empty roads, quiet hum of the engine, a passenger seat beside him. But then, something unnerving happened.
No. She didn't even say anything. She just went like this, and I don't know if she got touched.
Yeah, no, that gave me a bad vibe. Yeah,
because it was like
running away from one of the camps.
Suddenly a woman appeared on the roadside. She didn't speak, she didn't move, she didn't even flinch as the headlights washed over her. There were no houses nearby, no cars, no reason for her to be there. Rosson sped past, his camera capturing the eerie figure fading into the darkness, leaving behind a mystery that no one has been able to explain. A Reddit user recently shared a chilling photo captured by a trail camera on a friend's property, and it's been giving people goosebumps ever since. The image reveals a shadowy, humanoid figure lurking in the background. Not quite human, but eerily close. According to the friend, that particular spot had always felt unsettling. Even though the photo was taken years ago, it continues to spark curiosity and unease online. Near Mount Macedon lies a curious spot. Locals whisper about the anti-gravity hill. Intrigued hikers often come to see if the legend is real. In one video, a girl sets a bottle down on the sloping road, expecting it to roll downhill. But to everyone's shock, it starts moving uphill, as if defying the laws of physics. Watching it glide against gravity itself leaves you wondering, is there something mysterious hidden here, or just a clever illusion? Either way, this is one of those places you have to see with your own eyes to believe. Every night at exactly 8 p.m, a strange sound began echoing through the neighborhood, low, haunting, and impossible to ignore. It lingered in the air until midnight, night after night for weeks on end. The person who recorded it couldn't figure out where it came from, and then, just as mysteriously as it began, the sound stopped. When the video hit the internet, most people were convinced it was just tree frogs singing by nearby ponds, but others weren't so sure. And if you're into eerie mysteries like this one, just wait until you hear what happened next. A man living deep in the Indonesian jungle heard something rustling outside his home one night. Curious and a little nervous, he grabbed his camera to see what it was.
Seh! 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 Nek, minggir nek, nek. Aku nggak ganggu nek. Ya Allah.
Through the darkness, two glowing eyes stared back at him from the bushes. He kept recording as the creature slowly stepped into view, and that's when he realized it was a massive tiger. Luckily, the beast turned and disappeared into the jungle without attacking. The man hurried back inside, heart racing. Just imagine living somewhere where a tiger could show up on your doorstep at any moment. In the deep woods of Texas, a man woke one night to find his front gate wide open, something that hadn't happened once in 15 years. Curious and uneasy, he checked his security footage, and what he saw made his blood run cold. At exactly 1:50 a.m, a young girl in a long white dress drifted onto his property, silent, pale, and moving like she wasn't part of this world. None of his neighbours saw or heard a thing. Their cameras showed nothing. It was as if she had appeared out of thin air and vanished the same way. Who was she? And what did she want that night in the forest? During a late-night hike, he suddenly froze. Something strange was moving in the dark. A winged scorpion crept across the ground. At least that's what it looked like. Heart pounding, he leaned in for a better look, and the truth turned out to be far less terrifying. Just a moth catching a free ride on an unsuspecting scorpion. While wandering through the rugged trails of Catalonia, Spain, a lone traveller stumbled upon something that froze them in their tracks. Nestled between the whispering trees stood a small statue of a child in a hat, its blank stare eerily lifeless, its presence disturbingly out of place in the wild. The forest seemed to hold its breath as the hiker, uneasy and curious, hurried past without daring to look back. A Redditor once shared a photo of herself and her sister sitting on a cliff beside an old, weathered house. At first glance, it looked like a normal snapshot, until viewers noticed something eerie lurking behind them. A strange figure, almost resembling a monkey, appeared in the background. But that didn't add up. What made it even creepier? Years before, their father had found a wooden box filled with bones near that very same cliff. Could it all be connected? Tegan and her boyfriend were having a perfect day outdoors, soaking up the sunshine and laughter. They snapped a quick photo to remember the moment, but when they looked closer, their smiles vanished. Behind them stood a strange, distorted figure. Something or someone that wasn't there when they took the picture. To this day, they still have no idea what they captured. An adventurer tore through the wild Australian outback, their car crunching over branches and pushing past the dense forest. Then, crack!
Yeah, right. Holy fuck.
What? Oh!
The vehicle jolted to a dead stop. The camera panned down to reveal a massive branch speared straight through the hood, just inches from the driver's seat. One more inch, and this adventure could have ended very differently. A Reddit user shared a chilling story from their trip through the dense forests of Germany last year. Miles away from any trace of civilization, they stumbled upon something deeply unsettling. A small handmade doll lying on the forest floor. It was crudely stitched from cloth, bound with a green ribbon, and seemed almost deliberately placed. The strange sight sent shivers through the group, none of whom dared to touch it. Some whispered that it might be part of an old local ritual. Others muttered about witchcraft or an offering. But the user couldn't shake the eerie feeling that they hadn't just found the doll. It had somehow found them. While hiking through a forest in Slovakia, a man unexpectedly found himself witnessing an incredible moment. Out of nowhere, two massive bears burst onto the trail, thundering downhill right past him, completely ignoring his presence. Amazingly, he kept his cool, capturing the heart-pounding scene on camera and waiting patiently until the forest fell silent once more. What could you have done in this situation? Two hikers set out to conquer the infamous Crib Goch Trail in Wales, a route so daring it feels more like walking a knife's edge than a mountain ridge. With sheer drops plunging on both sides, the trail demands absolute focus. But that day, a heavy mist rolled in, swallowing the path in a ghostly haze. The wind howled, the fog shifted, and in moments, the climb turned from thrilling to treacherous, where a single misstep could mean disaster. A woman who lives beside a cemetery captured something chilling on camera, something she swears wasn't human. In the footage, a shadowy figure drifts between the gravestones. At first glance, it could be mistaken for a person taking a walk at night, but she insists the movements were wrong, too smooth, too eerie to belong to anything alive. Even stranger, there's a moment early in the video that most people missed. A small object swaying gently while everything else, the grass, the trees, the air itself, stays perfectly still. No wind, no movement, just that one thing, shifting on its own. So what did her camera really capture that night among the dead? This eerie video was posted by the Morning Star on YouTube, and it's one of those clips that makes your heart race just watching it. A group of hikers was deep in the woods, surrounded by nothing but trees and silence, until they noticed something strange moving just a few feet away. Between the trees, a dark, hairy figure could be seen shifting, walking slowly, almost stalking. It wasn't clear enough to identify, but one thing was certain: it didn't look human. The hikers froze, whispering among themselves, unsure if they were witnessing a Bigfoot sighting or something far more mysterious.
Bigfoot, dude. Who would do that, seriously? Who would do that?
If you were hiking and saw something like that watching you from the woods, would you go closer to find out what it is, or turn and run for your life before it notices you? What do you think this creature really was? The fear doesn't stop here, it only grows. A Reddit user shared this terrifying video, and it's the kind of moment that could freeze anyone in fear. While hiking deep along a remote trail, this man decided to rest outside his car. But suddenly, out of nowhere, a lion appeared, standing just a few inches away, staring straight at him. He froze, heart pounding, hands shaking. There was nothing he could do but silently pray the lion wouldn't attack. For a few tense seconds, the lion just stood there, eyes locked on him. Then, as mysteriously as it appeared, it turned around and walked away. No growl, no warning, just gone. What made the lion walk away without attacking? Was it curiosity or something else? And if you were in his position, face to face with a wild lion, would you try to stay calm or make a run for it and risk everything? The line between reality and nightmare blurs right here. This mysterious video was posted by Amazing PA on YouTube, and it's one discovery that left viewers speechless. While hiking deep in the forest, they stumbled upon something unusual, a tiny hidden hole tucked away beneath the trees. It almost looked like it was meant to stay secret, as if nature itself was hiding it from anyone passing by. Curiosity took over, and they decided to go in.
The hole we're about to crawl into goes directly underneath a river. If it gets too intense, if there's a lot of water coming through the roof, we're obviously going to turn around. But we could see that it goes directly underneath the flow of the water. I have just enough room here to squeeze out of your way while you crawl in. Look at this. Let's go. Yeah, come on in. Looks like you're crawling over an old gate there or something.
The entrance was narrow and rocky, barely wide enough to squeeze through.
Wow. Yeah.
I've seen nicer.
I usually play up the dramatics, but this one is no joke. Do your absolute best not to make contact with the roof.
You suck.
Inside, they found massive stone walls, water dripping from the river above, and strange wooden beams holding up the ceiling. But how did those get there through such a tiny entrance?
Make sure none of those rocks come loose that you're climbing down on. All right, right behind you. We'd have to climb down that.
It's about 6-8 feet.
Falling apart, and it's a little jagged. Smell that?
Who built this? And for what purpose? Could it be an ancient hideout, a ritual chamber, or something far more mysterious? Would you dare to crawl into a dark cave like this, not knowing what might be waiting inside? What comes next might be the most chilling part of all. This Reddit user shared a terrifying first-time hiking experience that might make anyone think twice before venturing deep into the woods again. While exploring a dense forest, he suddenly came face to face with a massive black bear just a few feet away. For a moment, time froze, his heart racing, his body locked in place. He didn't move an inch, just hoping the bear wouldn't see him as a threat. Bears aren't predictable creatures, sometimes calm, other times deadly. It all depends on their mood. Luckily, this one decided to walk away, leaving him shaken but alive. But imagine if the bear hadn't been in a good mood. What would you do if you found yourself standing eye to eye with a wild bear in the middle of nowhere? Stay perfectly still, or take the risk and run for your life? The deeper we go, the more terrifying it becomes. This video was posted by Real Treasure Hunter on YouTube, and what he uncovered left everyone stunned. While out treasure hunting deep in the woods, his metal detector suddenly picked up a strong signal. Curious, he started digging, and what he found buried beneath the earth was nothing ordinary. It was an ancient iron golden idol, carved like a god, hidden away in the middle of nowhere. but that raises so many questions. Who buried it there? And why hide something so valuable and mysterious in a place like this? Was it a sacred offering, a stolen relic, or something cursed that was never meant to be found? Imagine you were the one who unearthed it. Would you keep it, report it, or bury it back before anything strange happens? What do you think this ancient idol truly represents? Think you've seen it all? This next moment will change your mind. While hiking deep in the woods, a Reddit user experienced something truly terrifying. On the quiet trail ahead, she suddenly froze. A massive mother moose was lying protectively over her calf, just a few steps away. She knew one thing for sure. This wasn't a moment to be brave. A mother moose can be incredibly aggressive when she feels her young are threatened. One wrong move could turn deadly. Heart racing, she slowly turned back, retracing her steps, praying she wouldn't draw attention. She hiked away and found another trail, lucky to have escaped without incident. But imagine if it were you, alone in the woods, face to face with a mother moose guarding her baby. Would you risk moving forward, or turn back and hope she doesn't see you as a threat? Sometimes, survival means knowing when not to move. Fear lingers in the silence, waiting for its moment. This chilling video was posted by Paranormal Essex, a YouTube channel owned by a team known for exploring some of the most haunted forests out there. During one of their investigations, they stumbled upon an underground tunnel hidden beneath the woods. Out of curiosity, one of them decided to crawl inside to see where it led. But not long after entering, he began hearing footsteps echoing from deeper within.
Hey! Where'd he go? What? Ryan? Ryan? Fuck off! No way! Where was you?
Thinking it was one of his friends trying to sneak up on him, he waited, ready to scare him back, but when he called out, no one answered. His friend was still outside, several feet away from the tunnel entrance.
No fucking way. I'll just come over the hedge of that. Come down to to scare ya. Could hear footsteps, bruv, I swear to God, yeah? And I thought it was you walking towards me, yeah? You watching me, why the fuck am I so zoomed in? Yeah? What? I heard footsteps of you walking towards me. I thought it was you. I jumped out, went, bah! And you weren't there.
So who or what was walking down there with him? Was it a lost spirit wandering through the dark, or something much more sinister that didn't want to be disturbed? If you were in his place, would you run for your life, or keep investigating the mystery in the dark? From whispers to screams, this is the moment you'll never forget. This video was shared by a Reddit user, and it captures a moment that could have ended in pure disaster. A photographer was deep in the forest, focused on his shots, when out of nowhere, a massive bear began walking straight toward him. At first, he froze, hoping it would just pass by. But as the bear got closer, the tension was unbearable. Thankfully, he had bear spray with him, and just as the animal approached, he used it to scare the creature away. That quick thinking might have saved his life. But imagine this. What if he hadn't brought that spray? What would you do if a creature that big was staring you down in the middle of the woods with no protection? Would you stand your ground, or make a run for it and hope for the best? What you're about to witness might haunt you long after this ends. This video was posted by Wild Camp on YouTube, a brave soul who decided to take on one of the harshest challenges imaginable, camping in a 39-degree blizzard. The snow was falling hard, the wind was howling, and the cold could freeze your breath mid-air. Yet he chose to stay out there, alone with only his dog and a small campfire to keep them warm through the night. But imagine this. Deep in the wilderness, far from civilization, the temperature dropping even lower, the fire burning out, and the storm getting worse. What would you do? Try to rebuild the fire or pack up and face the deadly cold? And what if something else came out of the blizzard, unseen, moving through the snow toward the camp? Would you dare to camp in a storm like this, where nature itself feels alive and watching? Every second pulls us deeper into something truly sinister. This video was posted by Outer Range, a YouTuber known for exploring remote mountains and uncovering forgotten places. While hiking through a rugged mountain trail, he stumbled upon something truly strange. A cluster of old, decaying structures built right beneath the mountain's edge, perched dangerously close to a cliff.
We'll point something out here because this is exactly what you don't want to see. I was going to go around this way, which would be the obvious choice, right? This is where the kiva is up here in the front. But let me show you this. I don't even want to get close to this here. You see that? That's like a pocket where water is going down in behind this boulder, this part of the ledge, and I would say it won't be too long before this little section here breaks off this cliff. And yeah, almost like any of this right here, because it's dirt, it's almost like any of this could kind of be a false floor.
It looked like someone had once lived there. But why here? In such a terrifying and isolated spot? The wind howled through the cracks, and the cliffside seemed one wrong step away from disaster.
This area here, all these blackened ceilings through here, so very much a livable area. That had access through the roof. When they were dwelling here, this is how you would have gotten into it. Due to the fragility of these structures, you can still see the juniper bark here up on the surface. I'm looking at it closely, seeing if it makes any sense at all here.
Was this some kind of ancient hideout, a survival shelter, or maybe something with a darker history? Who built it? And what drove them to live on the edge of danger like this? Would you dare to explore a place like that, knowing one wrong move could send you tumbling down the mountain? This chilling video was posted by The Morning Star on YouTube, and it's one of those clips that will leave you questioning what's really out there. A camper and her boyfriend were enjoying a peaceful day by the riverside. Everything seemed perfect. The calm water, the sound of birds, just nature at its finest. But that peace didn't last long. As she stepped into the river for a swim, something caught her eye across the shore.
Słoneczko. Nie, popatrzę na ciebie.
Jezus, ale przestań mnie kręcić, tu to... Tadek to się w krzakach. Chryste, Jezus, co to jest?
A dark, hairy creature watching her. At first, she thought it was a bear, but then it rose on two legs and bolted into the trees. Her boyfriend caught the entire moment on camera, and since then, viewers have been divided. Was it a Bigfoot, a Yeti, or something even stranger? If you were in her place, would you keep recording, or run for your life? And what do you think that creature really was? From whispers to screams, this is the moment you'll never forget. This chilling photo was captured by a Reddit user while hiking with a friend through Ramapo State Park, New Jersey. What started as a peaceful hike quickly turned into a heart-stopping encounter. Two massive black bears appeared out of nowhere, just a few feet away, quietly watching from the woods. They froze. The air went silent. Every instinct said, "Don't move." Somehow they managed to walk away unharmed. But imagine if those bears had decided to hunt instead. What would you do at that moment? Run and risk triggering a chase? Or stand your ground and hope they lose interest? Would you even have the courage to lift your camera and take that shot? Sometimes, the wild reminds us, we're only guests in its world. Think you've seen it all? This next moment will change your mind. This video was shared by a Reddit user, and it's got people completely baffled. In the clip, a strange creature can be seen moving slowly through the bushes, its body twisted and unnatural, unlike any known animal. The way it walks, the shape of its limbs, everything about it feels off and deeply unsettling. Some say it's an unknown species, others believe it could be something far more mysterious, maybe even not from this world. But what do you think this creature really is? Could it be an undiscovered animal hiding deep in the wilderness, or something that's never meant to be seen by humans? If you were the one who captured this footage, would you stand still to record, or run the other way before it noticed you? The fear doesn't stop here, it only grows. This terrifying video was posted by a Reddit user, and it shows a heart-stopping encounter deep in the Brazilian Atlantic forest. While driving alone along a forest trail in São Paulo state, he suddenly spotted something ahead, a Jaguar, calmly standing in the middle of the road, staring right at him. At first he slowed down, trying to process what he was seeing, but then the big animal began moving toward his car. Realizing how dangerous the situation could turn, he immediately hit the gas and sped off before things got worse. Just imagine, you're alone in the forest, no one around for miles, and a predator like that crosses your path. What would you do? Would you stay still and record it, or would you take off before it gets too close? Could you keep your cool in a moment like that? What comes next might be the most chilling part of all. This video was posted by Josh the Intern on YouTube, and what he and his team discovered on this mountain hike is nothing short of bizarre. While exploring the rugged terrain, they stumbled upon a narrow passage hidden in the side of the mountain, almost like an entrance meant to be forgotten. Out of curiosity, they decided to go in, and what they found inside left them speechless.
This one has snow in it. Look at this, a little bit of snow, living in the tunnel. And then here you got the fence against anyone trying to come in the tunnel. Yeah, it is looking like another big old bunker. They're built into the side of the mountain. What on earth were these? Huh, I would have said toilets, but don't think so. Strange design for sure in here. Oh, and the bunker really opens up here.
Deep within the mountain was a tunnel leading to a series of small man-made rooms, each with strange carvings and unusual designs on the walls. It didn't look natural, and it definitely didn't look abandoned by accident.
I mean, I guess they're all storage, but it's such a weird design. I've never seen this before in a bunker. Here we go. Oh, I think it's taking us up into the pillbox. These are just always so cool. Wow. Goodness me. People have signed their name. Ben, 1942. Let's get it.
What do you think these underground rooms were used for? Some kind of secret experiment? A hideout? Or something far more mysterious buried beneath the mountain? If you found a hidden tunnel like this, would you go inside or turn back before it's too late? Fear lingers in the silence, waiting for its moment. This terrifying video was posted by Harsh Survival on YouTube, and it's one of the most extreme camping adventures you'll ever see. He decided to camp alone in a deadly blizzard where temperatures dropped to a bone-freezing 70 grados. The forest was buried under layers of snow, the wind howling like a warning, and visibility nearly gone. Completely isolated from civilization, he was surrounded by nothing but ice and silence. Just imagine being out there, no one around, no signal, no help if something goes wrong. Every sound in the cold night echoes louder. Every movement feels like a threat. He managed to survive the night, but the question is how? Would you have the courage to camp in a place like this? And if you were trapped in that deadly cold, what would you do to make it through till morning? The deeper we go, the more terrifying it becomes. This video was shared by a Reddit user, and it's one wild moment you wouldn't want to experience yourself. While driving through the mountain trails in their van, they suddenly spotted a wild yak charging straight toward them with full force. The massive animal kept coming, pounding the ground with every step, and it didn't look like it was planning to stop anytime soon. You could feel the tension as the van kept moving forward, the driver trying to stay calm while the yak refused to back down. Imagine being trapped in a free mountain ruin with nowhere to run to, and a huge wild animal coming right at you. What would you do at that moment? Would you keep driving forward or try to escape in reverse? That was definitely one terrifying encounter they won't forget anytime soon. What you're about to witness might haunt you, long after this ends. This video was posted by Real Treasure Hunter on YouTube, and what he discovered deep in the forest is truly mysterious. While out treasure hunting in the bush, his metal detector suddenly started beeping like crazy. Curious, he began to dig, and what he unearthed was unbelievable. Inside the ground was a bowl filled with treasure, glittering gold, bangles, and other valuable items, all carefully placed together. But here's the real mystery. Who buried it there, and why? Was it hidden centuries ago to protect it from thieves? Or maybe someone planned to come back for it but never did? Imagine you were the one who found that treasure. Would you take it, report it, or cover it back up and walk away? What do you think is the real story behind this hidden treasure in the middle of nowhere? The line between reality and nightmare blurs right here. This video was posted by Action Adventure Twins on YouTube, and what they decided to explore is nothing short of terrifying. They hiked deep into the woods, chasing a rumor about a massive 500-foot deep rift hidden beneath the forest floor. When they finally found it, the ground was split open, a dark, narrow crack that seemed to drop endlessly into the earth.
What? Dude, it's so ledgy. Kept going.
With nothing but ropes and courage, they decided to go down inside.
Oh. It's spiderweb. Is it? Yep. It's getting over the edges. Yes. Heck yeah. Whew. Oh, second and third drop. Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, this was the way. Dude. Bro. Come look at it from here. That's crazy. You can see the whole thing.
The descent was tight and nerve-wracking. Every sound echoed off the creepy rock walls, and at the bottom, cold water pooled over jagged stones. The space was so tight it almost felt like the earth itself was closing in on them. But here's the real question. Would you dare to go down there? Imagine being hundreds of feet below the surface. What if the rope snapped? What if something was waiting in the darkness below? Would you risk it all for the thrill of discovery, or stay far away from that haunting crack in the earth? Every second pulls us deeper into something truly sinister. This video was shared by a Reddit user, and it captures a heart-stopping moment in the wild. Two friends were exploring deep in the forest, when out of nowhere they came face to face with a giant elephant, and not the friendly kind. The massive creature began charging toward them, shaking the ground with every step. You could feel the fear as they ran for their lives. Branches snapping and leaves flying behind them. You can tell one thing for sure, they'll never forget that encounter. and probably never want to experience it again. But what about you? If you suddenly came face to face with a furious elephant in the middle of nowhere, what would you do? Would you stand your ground or run and hope it doesn't chase you down?